Good day.
Vermin in my kitchen. What mangy dog choked you up? Alright, apparently I'm just gonna stand here in attack mode.
Good day.
I am no concern of yours. Walk away. Save your words. You'll get nothing from me. If you're looking for Master Hodge, he's already gone. You'd think the bugger knew someone was coming. He's taken his master keys with him. I couldn't help you if I wanted to, which I don't. I don't get involved in the affairs of Master Hodge. I don't need the grief. If you share a relationship with him, I don't know which of you is worse off. Now, get. My muffins are burning. Yep, making monsters out of cinnamon. Yes. Making monsters out of cinnamon. Cinnamon. Synonyms. Elephants and mind flayers are synonyms. I made a test person today named Cotton Candy Illithid, because we all know that they're made of cotton candy. Ooh, a pile of books. We already read that one. We did not read that one. I don't think. We already read The Sword Coast. That is the biggest book ever. Did we read The Origin of Magic? Long ago, magic was more potent, raw and potent than it is today. The greatest civilization of the creator race was based on endless experimentation with these energies. Oh yeah, we did read that one. Gazebo. Yeah. Yes. Gazebo. You see a gazebo. I shoot an arrow at it.
Okay, dokie.
You know what a gazebo is? I don't care. It sounds like a terrible monster.
It's done.
Potion of Endurance, 11 gold. Hey, I'm finally starting to make money. Too bad all the magic items that they sell are crap. Tell me. Go pick the lock on that chest. I'm sure it's locked. Or the desk. Yes. Cotton Candy Mind Flare. Or Cinnamon Gazebo. I also made a fake person today named Regular Null. Uh-oh. Something happened. Tommy is damaged. Tommy, why are you damaged? I bet it's because I told him to unlock the door and he didn't look for a trap first. Silly rogue, that's what you're supposed to do. Look for the traps first.
It's done.
Oh yeah, so the whole reason we went to this town or this city in the first place was because while we were talking to the unicorn, it asked us each if we wanted to know anything, and I asked it if it happened to know of anything that would help me free my people. Knock. Oh. Okay. I don't have knock. Knock's an arcane spell. I can't do that. But I can take damage from traps. I'll take that. I'll take that. So yeah, this unicorn says that it's only been around for it's only been in the forest for, the forest we found it in, for 90 years or so. And that, it doesn't really move out of that area. So the only thing it's ever heard of is this axe, this legendary axe, by this hero named Kraylor, who was some kind of warlord. May have been some kind of warlord. Nobody really knows, because the story is hundreds or thousands of years old, or something like that. But the legend was that this guy was probably some kind of warlord, and he one day just decided to go into the mountains and die. And he took his axe with him. So everybody's been trying to find this axe, and nobody's ever found it. No, I didn't eat the unicorn. Erthos was confused enough that it was talking. Because I insisted to Josh that it was a normal horse with a horn on its head, like it was born deformed. And then it started talking, and then I got super confused. Oh, it was because the rest of the party told me that the unicorn was good, and I wasn't supposed to, I was supposed to let it alone. That's what it was. Well, yeah, I mean, talking food, if the kobolds wouldn't have been waterlogged and ran away, the ones that we killed, I would have had no problems with. So yeah, we go to this big city, and turns out, well, medium-sized city? I don't know, I guess big city for D&D, small city by our standards, so like Harrisburg-ish. Like it's not a metropolis, but it's still fairly large. So we go there and we start asking about this axe right away. Good. Not evil. Oh, I triggered a trap. I think that was poison. What was that? Oh no, it was cold damage. Okay. That's fine. Apparently I'm staying frosty now. So we loudly start asking about this, we loudly start asking about this axe. And everybody knows that any weird random adventures that show up in this town apparently come looking for this silly axe.
This is too much to carry.
Don't talk to me about too much to carry. Get in the bag. Not that bag. Get in this bag, which is 60% less weight. Oh, they're different kinds of healer's kits. Good to know. I didn't know there was different kinds of healer's kits. You can go in there. You can go in there. Pathfinding isn't just a rogue trait, it's a cleric playthrough style too. Yeah! It's kind of like, my war priest in Pathfinder, who was the best rogue ever. He walked through doors, and if the door was magically sealed, he'd attempt to walk through the wall next, or bash his way through the door next to it. Or the wall next to the door. Because if you're going to seal a door with magic, there must be something good behind it. And if you can't get through it, because there's a magic on the door, you go through the wall next to it. But yeah, so we go to this town, we start asking about this. Or we go to the city, we start asking about this axe. Apparently it's a tourist thing. Like, everyone thinks that this Axe of Kraylor is in the mountains that are right next to the city. They get all these people there that are looking for this axe. Most of them don't come back. Some of them do, because apparently there were these trials, and just nobody's ever passed them. So we find this elf, who is very androgynous. So we find this elf named Braxton. Braxton is a tour guide, basically, or is a guide up the mountain that can take you to where the tomb is. So the tomb is real. It's just a matter of people never go there. Or if they do go, they don't tend to come back. Or at least they come back as a smaller party. Alright, there is nothing else in this house. Oh, there's a door I missed. Which door did I miss? The top one? No, that was the way in. But this area. Oh, look, there's a trap. I found a trap. I found another trap. I'm good at this. So yeah, Braxton is taking us up there. It's at like the top of the mountain.
It's done.
There's some ice elementals. That's no big deal. They were done in a round.
Okay, dokie.
So we get up there and there's this whole thing about this ghost of Kraylor shows up. And he tells us that we have to go through these trials. Well, first there was riddles. Yeah, trap finder extraordinaire. Speaking of trap finders, I forgot to tell you. So
Okay, dokie.
in the Kobold Warrens, the bandits that were there, we left one of them alive when they attacked before we got there,
It's done.
or when they were attacking us while we were on our way there. And we left one of them alive to get answers out of him. Well, because we left him alive, I nicknamed him Trap Finder. And we convinced him that he was sorry for the things that he did. What happened to my shadow? It disappeared in a flash of light. It was like he was dispelled. Or sent home. So anyway, we find this. We have this bandit. He's alive. And he doesn't believe us that I told him I was going to let him go. If, and only if, he would help us deal with the kobold area. Because we all know that kobolds are sneaky and are ingenious when it comes to traps. So he was giving me crap because I kept calling him human. Or bandit. And he's like, oh, I have a name. Oh, okay. So he just timed out. The shadow lasts 24 hours.
None can stand before me!
Ah, you guys are just guards. We got this. That's a fair amount of guards. Back up here a little bit and save Tommy. Hey! I'm supposed to save Tommy. Alright, you guys are gonna die now. What's going on down here?
Feel the fury!
Dude, I have potions for days. I will kill all of you.
You cannot win!
You know what? There's only a couple of you. Full strength it is. Oh! Look at that ring of attack of opportunity. I lost my concentration though, didn't I?
None can stand
Yep,
before
spell
me.
interrupted.
Time to die!
Boy, hit something!
You shall be quick to die!
So yeah, I named this bandit Trap Finder. And he's got no armor, he's got no equipment, he's got no nothing. I manacled him and told him that he was going to walk ahead of me. And if he performed well and helped us take care of the AOL extraordinaire, And if he helped us deal with the situation with the kobolds, then I would just let him go. Because that would help him atone for all the things that he did wrong. We didn't believe me at first, and then I walked behind him. Well, then he said about not having any equipment, and he was worried. So I said, okay, you can have this iron pot, which is part of the starting equipment for certain characters. So I gave him an iron pot to put on his head as a helmet. So he's doing great. There's no traps. Everything looks okay. We can't tell any better because his perception is worse than mine, and mine's actually fairly decent. I should probably go back and get Tommy. Whatever, I got potions. So we're going down this tunnel that we have already passed because we're going back to kind of set a camp and rest a little bit. Well, here on our way back, this pillar of stone or a log or something like that got set in the hallway, and it came down and crushed him in the head. But I looked at him and, well, he's instantly dead. But when he was giving me crap about not knowing his name, it turns out Sprawley had not made up a name for him. So I just dubbed him as Trap Finder. And he stayed that way until he died. And then it was a mess because, at that point I had to take my iron pot back. And then I had to take the dents out of it, or the big dent out of it. And try to patch it as a, as a blacksmith, things that you do. I thought about it. And if we weren't level 1, I would have had somebody res him. Just to get my pot back. It turns out I was able to fix the pot, though. It was just dented. These are arrows of the vampire. I know what they look like. You don't have to tell me I need to identify them. Selling off all this crap. Carrying too much stuff. Oh, this comma. It's comma chameleon. Lockpicks? Nope, I have a rogue. Eat some before you rest and just keep a finger. You may keep a finger for 12. That's right, you did keep a finger for 12 levels. Who was that? Oh, that was the orc, wasn't it? Or no, it was that Quaggoth that thought he was a prince. Thought he was an elven prince. Claimed he was an elven prince. Oh, I should probably rest. Yeah, I remember that guy. Because we were sure that there was something funny about his story. He was the most interesting of all the prisoners. Am I not level 7 by now? Did I miss leveling? No, I didn't miss leveling. Oh. I'm 55 XP from leveling. Okay. Yeah, the Quagga. Oh, yeah, the orc. And that halfling that betrayed us. Halfling. Oh, you mean the Darrow? The one Kim liked so much. He like drew all the. He drew all the symbols and went crazy. That guy. Yeah, we never rezzed that guy. Oh, paralyzed. Okay, that's what I got hit with earlier. Yeah, that guy. Okay. Yeah, I remember him now. Yes, one of our party was quite upset that he turned on us. The rest of us kind of expected it. I don't think we rezzed any of them. I mean, I remember Sprawley telling us what the actual thing about them was later. Oh, I'm not paralyzed anymore. Cool. Check for traps. There's no traps? Okay. Unlock this desk. Yes, fingers are...
It's done.
Fingers for a long time. The problem with holding fingers for a long time in this current campaign is Earthos gets hungry and they're like beef jerky. Go get the trap. It's red outlined. I know it's there. Come on, tell me.
It's done.
Oh, is this a normal thing with the NPCs that they take a couple seconds so that they can auto take a 20? I'd read some inconsequential knowledge source, but he was only dead for a bit. Yeah, I don't remember who that was.
Okay, dokie.
I remember that. He wasn't dead for very long, so you could still use Revivify. And we needed info out of him. I don't remember why. There were so many messed up NPCs in there in that campaign, though. Oh! Oh, I found that trap. Oh, I am badly wounded. Better fix myself.
Okay, dokie.
I'm gonna let him find the traps.
It's done.
Hey, thanks. I'm sure this one's locked too. Yep, see?
It's done.
Retired happily. I remember that I marked him down as good dead. Not good and dead, just good dead. There was a lot of things we marked down as good and dead. Go pick the lock. You know, most rogues can do these things on their own.
It's done.
I had this rogue sorcerer that followed me around for years, knew exactly when to pick locks, when to disable traps, when to immediately kill people. Oh, good deed. Deed. Okay. I totally read that as marked him down as good dead. Like, died in his sleep. Retired happily, died in his sleep. Good dead. Tell me. Get the trap. Come on, boy.
No can do.
What? It's a trap. Handle it.
No can do.
Fine. I'll do it. I handled the trap. I'm better than you. Well, he was. The rogue sorcerer was evil. But I mean, at the end of the day, it was for the greater good of Mist and Raziel and Braden. But not for Wyvern. Well, yeah, he said he couldn't take care of the trap, so I walked into it. I figured that solved it. Note from Hodge. Gilded urn. Oh, fancy. He may have destroyed the world. I mean, there was like 3 of us. This urn makes a rather cheap attempt at appearing stately and may have once held the ashes of a respected but poor merchant or minor noble. More recently, it was held delicious smelling after dinner mints. That's so gross. It bears a dent that could have been done from gripping it at the lip, delivering a swinging blow to the back of someone's skull, likely leaving his or her head in much the same condition as the urn. Strangely, best wishes Ophala Chettlestorn has been scratched into the base of it. Ophala? Alright, I don't know the name. But you used an urn for dead somebody. Alright, note from Hodge. This note from Hodge is intended for Ophala Chettlestorm. Okay. Same person, and consists of an almost steady stream of profanities and curses. Apparently, they have been exchanging such sentiments for a great deal of time, and he is none too pleased with her, or with having had to flee his refuge yet again. Standard fare for vanquished foes. Huh. Well, that's what I thought at first, too. I thought it said Ophelia, but it's O-P-H-A-L-A. Ophala? Ophala? Ophala. That's what it is. Obviously Ophala. Because they're arguing all the time, so she is awful to him.
It's done.
Hooray! Now did you unlock it too?
Okay, dokie.
You're the worst pet rogue. Let's go with that. Yes.
It's done.
Huh. Somebody left the chat when I said that. Apparently that was a bad pun. Andrican left the chat when I said Ophala. That's kind of entertaining. Alright, I've been everywhere through here. Not found anything useful. Wait, where did I get this book? Religions of the Sword Coast. Deities of Faerun take an active interest in their world, channeling power through... Nope, we read this. Did we read this? Oh, we didn't read this. This was not a first day book. The deities of Faerun take an active interest in their world, channeling power through their clerics and other worshippers, and sometimes intervening directly in the affairs of mortals. Now we know this from the first day when we were reading about the Time of Troubles and how Ao decided that Ao the Overgod decided that all the deities had to... their power was based on how many followers and stuff they had. It was an awful lot pun. At the same time, they have their own plots, conflicts, intrigues, and alliances with other deities, powerful mortals, and outsiders such as elemental lords and demons. In their pettiness, the deities of the realms appear almost mortal, and some were once mortals who won the divine spark through great heroism. See Mistra, and Kalimvor, and Sirik, who we talked about before. Oh, thanks, Stay Hydrated Bot. Worship is the lifeblood of the gods, and a deity can actually die if his believers lose faith. To keep their worship strong, the gods work their clerics to recruit new worshippers and keep the flames of faith alive. In return, their clerics are rewarded with spells and other manifestations of the divine will.